Hello, it's Jeanette with Amazing Paper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm back with another video tutorial, and this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. What I have here is some ribbon dispenser boxes. In my last video, I showed you how I've been putting together these little ribbon boxes just to help to organize my ribbon. And I make them in about 3 different sizes. These are the main sizes I make them in. And pretty much they help me just make my ribbon box a little neater. This is how I store my ribbon. Okay, in one of these little boxes that I picked up at Joann's. And the 3 different sizes, I will have them all posted on my blog, and I'll give you the link in the description. But the difference between the 3 sizes is basically just the hole that I put on the side where the ribbon comes out. This one is a 1/4 inch hole, and these are 1/2 inch holes. Okay, today I'm going to make the medium size one because I have this beautiful Rococo Rose gathered ribbon. It's so pretty. And I'm going to make a little ribbon box for it. And now this was a really good idea that I picked up somewhere along the line to put some of these little clips over it to keep it from unraveling. And that was really good, a really good tip. But I didn't have enough of them to cover all of my ribbon. So I decided, well, let me see if I can figure out how to do a box. And that's what I'm doing here. So to make the medium size one, you're going to need a piece of cardstock. And now this cardstock is not Whisper White. It's just 110-pound cardstock that I have picked up at the office store. Okay, so this one measures 9 1/8 by 5 inches. So that's 9 1/8 inch by 5. I'm going to bring out my Simply Scored scoring tool. And I'm going to score this. Gotta make sure that it's in frame here. I'm going to score this at 7/8 of an inch, 4 1/8 of an inch, 5 inches, and 3. So that's 7/8 of an inch, 4 1/8, 5 inches, and 8 1/4. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this around, and I am going to score this at 7/8 of an inch, and I'm just going to turn it again and score it again at 7/8 of an inch. Okay, and so that's pretty much all the scoring that you need to do. And like I say, this is just a fold over box, and we're going to punch our holes so that it will make it a dispenser. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this one side down. Either side doesn't matter. And I'm going to bring out my 1 1/2 inch hole punch. And I'm going to just be punching a hole right down the center. And you can, you can measure if you want to, but I'm just eyeballing it. And now with this size paper, it usually makes a little finger notch for me. But if not, you can go ahead and take your 1/2 inch punch, and you could just kind of define that finger notch a little bit better. Okay, so before I start folding and burnishing, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up my score lines. And I'm going to just cut on either side of the score line, on the long side, and you'll be cutting 1, 2, 3, 4 different score lines that you made. And on either side, just cut up, and you're going to cut slightly into this score line here. Or try not to go beyond that score line that goes this way. Okay, now I'm going to bring out a tool that I use to make these boxes. And Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell anything like this, but I did a video years ago, and I'm using stained glass pattern shears. And what that does is it cuts on both sides of the score line for me perfectly, and so it just kind of makes my job just go a little bit quicker. And I just absolutely love these things because it kind of makes a perfect cut right on my score lines here. Oh, and that one just kind of came off all by itself. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and fold my score lines and burnish them. I'm going to bring up my bone folder, just burnish them. Yeah, I know I haven't cut off those tabs yet, and I will. I know I do things a little weird. You might think it are a little bit weird. Now I'm just going to be folding these down, and of course you can cut those little tabs off whenever you want to, but I like to fold things down and burnish. Leave those tabs sticking up, and then come along with your scissors, with your paper snips, and do a little flush cut here. And I'll do the same on the other side. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and punch the hole for the side. And what I like to do is I like to hold it like this, where the hole is on this side of me, and I'm going to punch the hole right here on the left side. And I'm just going to punch a 1/2 inch hole. I'm going to eyeball it on the center here. You can mark it if you want to, just like put a little pencil mark. But that's pretty much all I'm going to do. And it's not in the center, and I'm okay with that, because I'm just going to rough cut it here. I'm going to rough fit it here. And I'm going to go ahead and fold these up like this. You see that? And now I know where to punch the hole on the other side. So I'm going to grab my pencil, and I'm just going to trace that hole on the inside here. And come in with my 1/2 inch hole punch and cut that hole out. Now I know that my holes will match when I go to put my ribbon in, or they'll be close enough. Okay, so now let's put some adhesive on here. Or actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to write what's on here. I have some of these, I did some ribbon, I did some labels here, but I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my journaling pens. I love these pens. These are so beautiful how they write, and they're little felt tip pens, and they come in two different tips. This one is the very fine tip, and then this one is just a little bit bigger. I love these journaling pens, and I use them all the time. And so what I just do on the side here is I write in, if I don't have a label, this is Rococo Rose, and now I'm showing you this, and and I have to prime that one. Okay, this is Rococo Rose, and it's called Gathered Ribbon. My handwriting is not the best. And I'm going to go ahead and put that product number on here too, in case I need to reorder. So it's number 149587. All right. And then on this side, I'm just going to write Rococo Rose. But you'll be able to see what color it is when that ribbon sticks out of that hole. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet. I'm going to go ahead and put some snail adhesive on all of these, oops, upside down, snail adhesive on all of these tabs. And I'm going to put together the side that doesn't have the hole in. I'm calling that my bottom, the bottom side. Okay. So we're just matching the edge of the paper with that fold in the box. See, like I said, just a simple fold over box. Now I'm going to put my ribbon in. Now I want my ribbon to come underneath the spool when I do this. Okay. See how that's going to turn. And then I'm going to feed it through the top hole here. And I know I've pulled out quite a lot of that ribbon, but it's okay. I could roll it back up very easily. Okay, see? I'm rolling it back up. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue dot right here just to hold it. My glue dots here. I'm going to bring out my take your pick tool. Pull up one of those glue dots and stick it right down here. Okay. Isn't that cool? Okay, and so now anytime I need Rococo Rose gathered ribbon, I pull it out, cut off as much as I need, and then I'm able to just roll this back up, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in my little dispenser. Okay. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope I taught you something. You know, get that ribbon nice and organized, and nice and neat. That's what I like. I like the neatness of having all of my ribbon in these little dispensers, and they don't really take that long to make. You know, you can make a few every afternoon that you have a little bit of time, and pretty much you'll have all of your ribbon stored nice and neatly. Okay, once again, I'm Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts. If you need any of the tools and supplies that I used in this video, please go to my website at www.geomazingpapercrafts.stampinup.net. I'd be happy to be your demonstrator if you don't already have one. And if you like this video, please subscribe and make sure you press that notification bell so that you can get notified every time I put up a video. So once again, I'm Jeanette with Geomazing Paper Crafts, and you make it a great day. Bye-bye.